Okay, so we are quickly accumulating things to do beyond what I think we can do in a single episode here, but we're gonna try anyways. Because we do have a lot of things to do in Zahab, and I want to go find the bird over in the Antarctic as well. Over to Weddle. Wasn't this where we found Cookie 1.0? Subsequently deprecated by Cookie 2.0? I think it was. I still love how it only says the weather isn't so bad if the weather's actually not great. As if they're just trying to tell themselves that it's not that bad. There are so many places to go here. The bird can be in so many places here, that's kind of obnoxious. It hasn't given me any hint, I don't think, as to which specific region this could be. The bird's just somewhere here in the Antarctic. Just traveling from point A to B sometimes can take a while. Which is why I brought along Cookie. Who I have never examined before. Eyebrows. Fond of Nancy, supposedly. Now, if you're good at finding stuff that actually makes me money, I can work with that. Alright, let's start with the closest things. Okay, hold on. Would not mind higher visibility conditions for looking for the bird here, but oh well. Also the fact we have to go through 2 loading screens every time we want to take a look on land here, that does not help either. Do we see bird? I do not see bird personally. Okay, it's 1 down. It should only take a second to swim over to this one. Why couldn't you fly somewhere that has fewer places for me to check, bird? I see other birds here. But is there any bluebird? I would say not. Over to this one. This map isn't huge, at least. I do like the going ashore mechanic in the game and so on. It's a welcome addition, but I do wish that when I had to search for stuff like this that was a little bit less. I need to be careful. Hopefully I wasn't missing the bird being like over here or something. The area you can actually walk around is a little bit bigger than I anticipated. Who's that? Yeah, I didn't realize you could walk around such a big area here. Can I not look at you? You certainly exist. You make noises and so on. Apparently I can't examine these guys. That's really strange. There are birds here that I just can't interact with. Alright. That's 3 down. There are something like 5 or 6 total, I think, but the others are further. Cookie should help a little bit, but bleh. Search continues. If I can find Cookie! There you are. I didn't even do the animation for me grabbing onto Cookie that time. There's some tech for people to know. Excuse me, whales. Yeah, so I have confirmation that birds can appear on the back here. Or off to the side. Hopefully I didn't miss any birds over here. Okay, yeah, so birds can just appear all around the sides here. These birds I can actually interact with. There we go. I guess it's, well, it makes sense they'd be around the penguins given what they eat, but at the same time it makes sense that they don't come close when I'm in the areas inhabited by penguins, because the penguins don't let them. But anyways, not seeing blue bird over here. Okay. Not a lot left to look at here. But sometimes it just works out. Things are the last place you check. That was what happened with the walrus tusk I was looking for last time. Alright, Cookie. And now I've got 2 long treks to do. It's probably faster to... Yeah, I can beeline for the destination from here. If I have to go under a big iceberg, that's a lot of extra distance I'm adding. Okay. Over here. Still hoping I didn't miss the bird in one of the first few spots when I just didn't realize quite the full extent of what was available to me. For searching through. Not seeing any birds here, though, I wouldn't say. No, I'm not seeing a bird here. And every time I have to look for something these days, it takes me ever to find. Absolutely no birds here as far as I can tell. Okay, one more spot to look. My estimates of the probability of this thing actually being in the last possible spot versus me having just missed it somewhere or something are starting to shift. But we'll see. Okay, last one. You better be here, bird. I don't think the weather should make a difference either. It's possible the bird would do something obnoxious like that, like only showing up where there's particular weather. I don't see the bird. If I grab Cookie immediately, it's fine, but if I don't... They're so hard to get a hold of. Let me look at the first one or two again. To make sure I didn't do anything dumb. If I don't see them on this one or the next one, then I think I'll just head back over to that open water dolphin, because I at least know I can do something there. Okay. Don't see anything. The birds seem to occupy the perimeters, basically, by and large. Although I say that, and I can't actually interact with the birds on the perimeter of the walkable area. So I could be wrong. I didn't understand there to be any indication that it mattered, like what time of day or... what time of day or what kind of weather. But I'll double check the hint and see if there's anything I can glean from it on that subject, if I have to. Alright, last one I think I'll check. We do have lots of frustrating episodes like this one these days. I'm just looking for a thing the whole time. Not seeing anyone. You cannot push penguins out of the way, by the way. No birds here. Some of these places had birds other than, you know, the penguins. Not this one. Oh, okay. Thank you, Cookie. "10 minutes is a substantial underestimate. Now it's clear, but I don't know if that matters." I'll review the hint real quick. I don't suspect I'll go back to Muddle right now, though, to actually look for the bird again. I just want to take a look at the hint before I head back over to Zahab to deal with stuff that I know we can do there. Oh, when the ice dances. Hold on. Is that talking about the aurora? I admit, I wasn't entirely sure what the ice dances part was. I wasn't thinking too hard about it, but I was thinking, oh, ice in south. Yeah, sure. And the dances part isn't too obvious, but the rest is clear enough. I should just go down there, right? The ice dancing is probably in reference to the aurora, though, right? Well, ice dances can also be a snowstorm. But I don't think dance is the word I'd use for that. You can get aurora here, right? Or is that only a northern thing? They call them the northern lights for a reason, right? I really cannot remember. I like how you can just have like a half-week-long snowstorm in this game. There we go. It's probably what it was. Hold on. Give me Cookie again. I'll just cut to finding the bird or not this time. Because I know we just looked around the whole time. Of course, this time it's prettier to look around. I would prefer this kind of backdrop for looking for the bird. And I'll get this backdrop, but you guys won't. Because I'll skip it all now. Oh well. It's weirdly illuminated down here at night too, for, you know, being night when you got this weather. That's very interesting. Alright, see you then. I saw this penguin and thought, that's a big penguin, so I pointed at and pressed A at that penguin, and someone is now chiming in, that's a big penguin. I found Big Bobby, apparently. You're not who I was looking for, Bobby. What the heck? Fat Bob. Cool, I guess. Just throw a fish at you. I don't know how to try to befriend you other than... There we go. Again, I like to get the extra details on these special ones. Okay, well... I found Bobby. The aurora is pleasant. Crazy thing is you can see it through the surface of the water, even if you're just under the water. It's crazy bright. But not what I was looking for here. It's weird how nobody sleeps in this game. Like, you never find any kind of creature sleeping anywhere. Like, you just find penguins just awake at midnight. I'm not seeing any bird. Any blue bird, at least. This is what was supposed to be the last place I would check, so... Okay, I mean, unless I was wrong about my interpretation of dancing, which I guess could be a storm. I mean, between aurora and snowstorm, I would think dancing would be more appropriate for the former as a description. It's like, calling this dancing seems appropriate to me in figurative terms of it being pretty and graceful and so on, and pleasant, versus a snowstorm, which is like uncoordinated and violent. But maybe that's what it's supposed to be? I really couldn't tell you because I don't know where the darn thing is. I've looked in every spot. So I guess just to make good on the promise, I'll go over to Zahab again, like I kept saying I would do, and do at least one of the two things, probably both the things I know for certain we can do. I probably won't look for the depths dolphin right now. Yeah, look at that, just nothing here. I didn't see any birds this time, actually, interesting. So you can see the aurora through here. But... okay. I don't know why it has to be this way. The amount of time I have to spend looking for things that are weirdly hard to find is kind of frustrating. Alright. Ugh. Okay, so Zahab, we know precisely where to go. I'll bring Sakurai with us again just in case. Nothing is said we do or don't need her, but she's so heavily invested in this whole thing, clearly, that it would make sense to bring her along. I wouldn't be surprised if she ended up required. Nope. Why can't I just put the boat in the place I need the boat to be? I feel like that would be reasonable to do. So I'll swim over east, and then I guess I'll maybe very slowly swim up to the north end of the map, which is a pretty long trek, but oh well. So we can do other stuff for Sakurai. It's a very Sakurai kind of day. Honestly, at this point, I'll just cut to getting there, because you don't need to see the trek up from this side of the map to the other right now. Okay, so we have orcas in sight. Need to find our orca. And that one still looks too big. That bugs me so much with these whole, like, hey, find the one unusual member of this group sort of thing that the game has been doing a lot lately, because sometimes you find the group and you don't realize that it's the one that you need because you don't see the individual you're looking for, especially when they're just floating around, zooming in all directions in a murky blue void. Oh, we're friends now. Okay. That was kind of abrupt. I have a fake orca and a real orca. What float? I didn't get to see the float. I guess that's Sakurai talking? All these titles. Okay, well, we've got other stuff to do here, so... Maybe the other time I didn't get a name recommendation was specifically because... Oh yeah, I don't have a dolphin with me to ride. It was specifically because I didn't have someone with me. I don't know. Alright, well, just slowly swim to the opposite corner of the map. See ya. You know, when I get back. Now's probably a good time to start recording again. Alright, so it's right around here. Right over here. In fact, I am supposed to be using the multi-sensor here, aren't I? I do happen to recall that the thing we're looking for should come up as just wood. That's what kelp is, apparently. It's wood. I don't know if it should be on the rock or what. Not that way, apparently. Perhaps a little deeper. Like the other fish swimming with the whale shark. I wish there was a way to know that I was coming up against an invisible wall other than just hitting the wall. And, you know, having my map out. So I'd like to, from time to time, not have my map out. I'm not picking up anything so far, though. Like, even just regular salvage is kind of weird. That's something, but it's not. It's not wood. Of course, this also involves looking for stuff. The thing I'm looking for here is wood, but supposedly only wood. So I don't think this is what I'm looking for here either. Large container. Probably not what I'm looking for. I described this as a thing I knew I'd definitely be able to find. More music playing to signal my arrival in some region that I will not be told the name of. Because I have my multi-sensor out. Games unwillingness to tell you the names of places really does get to me. I have a feeling we're too far out at this point. It's a funny little place to try to go into. That's a high density reading there. It's not wood. I found a rock. For some reason this one in particular interests me. I was told there should be whale sharks around the place that I can find this thing, and I certainly did go to where I found the big whale shark. That has not been enough. I should look at my map. I have a feeling I've drifted way, way south of where I was trying to go. Okay, cool. Something remarkable with that stone, apparently. Where am I? Not really where I want to be. I'm willing to look a little bit more in this direction, but just a bit. I feel like at this point, this feels way too far south of where I was looking to go. But I can actually go a good deal further east, so I guess I should look around here. More rock. Just picking up all the pretty pebbles. It still surprised me that this game decided that this is the music that should accompany the super drop-off. Because any other time the game sees any cliff of any sort, it decides this needs to be the scariest thing. It would make sense if it was related to any of these little plants I see everywhere. But so far it seems not to be. A dense thing. Somewhere. Supposedly. Am I seeing something like on the edge here or something? Sensitivity to the angle you're looking can be quite awkward to deal with sometimes. And this is getting closer to where I think it ought to be, up in this more northern region. And it would make sense. It would make some sense if it was more or less like directly underneath the whale shark. But I thought I looked around there already. Could be wrong. Stone Castle. Very pretty name. I had a feeling this one would be one with a coin. It just seemed like a fairly notable one. The zoom spots that have the coins are usually the ones that are in, well, not exclusively, but are frequently those that have, they're in somewhat remarkable locations. What am I doing? Okay. So more looking to be done for this darn plant. Super drop off again. Shall we be in the vicinity of the whale shark at this point? More or less. I mean, really, it's further up northwest than this. Scouring the beach for valuable things. Every mission today is just look for thing in this big area. That's the furthest north I can go. Yeah, this is basically where I started. Oh, no. Poke. I don't know what I'm poking. Is it on this cliff face? I figured not, but... Here's more plant matter, it's just not the plant matter I need, apparently. None of the plants there are the right plants. Yeah, the game explicitly said it was around where the whale sharks are, so... That's, whale shark, there you go. Like, what more do you want? I saw that, I saw that. Jeez. Probably not what I'm looking for. I don't think I'm looking for a wooden chest over here. It's not just like on top of this thing, is it? I swear. Okay, they basically put it in the most conspicuous place, so conspicuous I didn't think to look at it. Okay. There's that. And also like 30,000 pelagos of other objects that I picked up as well. Okay, let's see whatever cutscene this triggers. Let's see what kind of haul we got out of all our accidental treasure hunting there. If you also go to navigate a menu with buttons. And then we'll call it a day after way longer than there were supposed to be episodes. This game is just cursed to be like that. At least lately. When I have to look for things every episode, and I feel obligated to do something of actual interest each episode instead of just looking for a thing and finding nothing. Why are you here, Nancy? How do people just know about things we do without us telling anyone? But we could get money. Instead of you just slapping on a walrus and seeing what happens. I don't really know what her qualifications are, to be honest. Again, she says recently, I'm a veterinarian, except she doesn't seem to ever do that. Oh yeah, sure, whatever you say. Infiltration. Whatever this thing looks like, I'm gonna have to remember, this is a thing that you had in your wardrobe. Whoa. Dramatic nighttime shot of Jean-Eric standing in front of a carton of orange juice. Don't know where that came from, but okay. Guess that's just your little reward for having completed that quest. Aside from the actual physical goods that you receive. Okay, what's this silly thing look like? Okay, it's not one of the special ones, supposedly. Oh, sorry, no, it's a BCD, not a suit. By what definition is this a jacket, Sakurai? I don't follow. Sure. Whatever. Okay. What else was there? So, are we just done with that quest now? Oh, that was a special request, apparently. Yes, we are done with the special request now. So, the dolphin in the deep. And this one mysterious object that we need to find another full moon for. Darn blue bird. When the ice dances. Okay, I'll probably look that one up. Otherwise, just dolphin in the deep. I thought I saw a dolphin there and examined them, actually, but nothing happened. And then this thing. So we're pretty far in on that. Not many things to do here. Again, I consider this one done and this one done as well. I just don't know why it's not considered done yet. Yeah, this one's not one that I have any intention of completing. And this one I think will be done once I find the last dolphin. So, we're very, very close to finishing the last couple things I want to finish. Oh, I shouldn't even look at this yet, hold on. Oh, there's a coin I didn't look at, that's what it was. But I'm gonna have to look at that book again in just a second, because I'll have found some new stuff that Nancy will communicate to me about in just a second. Well, this episode's gonna take forever to upload. I don't know why my upload speeds have, like, tanked the past month or so. By, like, over an order of magnitude. So it's kind of painful uploading a video like this. It's so boxed you can't even actually see the contents. A rock. I mean, it was inevitable that one of these rocks would just be a rock. It's not even the first rock I found. Soy sauce, okay. More rock. No, that big wooden box I found happened to be a big wooden box. 30,000 worth of stuff was a bit of an exaggeration, unfortunately. Was that soy sauce the thing that got me the lightning bolt? I thought I got a lightning bolt on something. I thought it was a small bottle. Nothing that special, honestly. Oh well. Okay. Well, in that case, next time, finally, we'll keep on pushing for the last couple things in the game. And then I'll move on to some other game, and I have no idea what that will be, but that's pretty common, so it's probably not worth being worried about. Alright, see you then.